In this episode of What's Working Now, we are going to talk about what it will take to live to 100. First of many things is to 1. You monitor what you eat. A study conducted by researchers in St. Louis discovered that men and women who restricted their caloric intake to they were young at heart, their hearts function like those of people who were 15 years younger when they consumed between 1,400 and 2,000 calories, which is roughly 25% less than what the average person consumes. Dr. Luigi Fontana, the study's author, stated that it's not just about eating less, but also about getting the most nutrition per calorie. The participants in this study ate whole grains, vegetables, fat-free milk, and lean meat while avoiding white bread, soda, and candy. Your health will improve if you cut empty calories and eat more nutrient-rich foods, says Dr. Fontana. 2. You enjoy drinking tea. Green and black teas contain a high concentration of catechins, which are substances that help relax constricted blood vessels and protect the heart. According to a study of over 40,500 Japanese men and women, those who drank 5 or more cups of green tea daily had a lower risk of dying from stroke and heart disease. Similar findings were found in studies involving black tea. In reality, you only need 1 or 2 cups of tea per day to start feeling better about your heart. Just make sure it's a fresh brew and not one from the supermarket's beverage section. Teas that are ready to drink do not provide the same health benefits. According to Jeffrey Bloomberg, a Tufts University professor of nutrition science and policy, once water is added to tea leaves, the catechins content begins to degrade within a few days. Some studies also suggest that adding milk to tea may reduce its protective effects on the cardiovascular system, so stick to just honey or lemon. 3. You consume purple foods. This is an intriguing one. Concord grapes, blueberries, and red wine polyphenols, which are compounds that, according to research, reduce the risk of heart disease and can even protect against Alzheimer's disease, give these foods their deep, rich color. Polyphenols aid in the health and flexibility of arteries and blood vessels. According to Robert Krikorian, director of the University of Cincinnati's Cognitive Disorders Center, whatever is good for your coronary arteries is also good for your brain's blood vessels. According to preliminary animal studies, incorporating dark grapes into your diet may significantly improve brain function. Furthermore, a recent study found that eating 1 or more cups of blueberries per day may improve communication between brain cells, thereby improving memory. 4. You dislike red meat. There's nothing wrong with 2.5 ounces of beef, lamb, or pork now and then. However, eating more than 18 ounces of red meat per week raises your risk of colorectal cancer, the third most common type of cancer, according to the American Institute for Cancer Research. Colorectal cancer risk increases by 42% for every 3.5-ounce serving of processed meat consumed in a day, which includes bacon, hot dogs, and deli meats. Experts aren't sure why red and processed meats are so dangerous, but they believe carcinogens form when meat is smoked, grilled, smoked, or cured, or when certain preservatives like nitrates are added. According to a nutrition advisor at the American Institute for Cancer Research, you can have a hot dog at a baseball game on occasion, but not regularly. When grilling red meat, marinate it first, keep the pieces small, and flip them frequently, all which can help prevent carcinogens from forming. If you're baking or roasting it, keep the oven temperature below 400 degrees Fahrenheit. 5. You enjoy going for a run. Scientists in California discovered that middle-aged people who ran for at least 5 hours per week lived longer and functioned better physically and cognitively as they aged. The researchers followed runners and non-runners for 21 years and discovered that runners not only had a lower risk of heart disease, but they also had fewer cases of cancer, neurologic diseases, and infections. Eliza Chakravarty, the study's author, went on to say that aerobic exercise keeps the immune system young, and if you don't like to run, even 20 minutes of activity a day that leaves you breathless can improve your health. 6. You see the bright side. No matter where you go or who you ask, all centenarians share one trait: they are all optimists. Life is worth living, and their glasses are almost always half full. The 100-year-olds are distinguished from the 80 to 90-year-olds by their strong desire to live and faith in their abilities. As a result, Optimism triumphs over pessimism. The expression age is just a number has some validity. What matters as you get older is how old you feel rather than how old you are. If you find yourself wanting to answer the question of how old you are with a younger age rather than your actual age, it's a good sign that you're going to live a long time. According to CBS, a study conducted at the University College of London discovered that senior citizens who reported feeling younger than their actual age had a significantly lower mortality rate than those who felt their actual age or even older. 7. You get enough rest. One of the things we all wish we had more time for is napping. However, it may have significant health benefits that make finding time worthwhile. Reader's Digest goes on to explain that Harvard studied the residents of the small Greek island of Icaria because it has a high population of people who live to be 100. They discovered that taking afternoon naps was a part of their culture, and it was most likely the reason they lived for so long. According to research, people who take half-hour naps during the day are 37% less likely to die from heart disease than those who do not. I can sleep when I'm dead, forget it. According to a United Healthcare survey, centenarians prioritize sleep, with approximately 79% sleeping 8 or more hours per night regularly. Sleep is critical for healthy aging. The reason for this is that your body has the opportunity to work on vital functions while your cells and tissues recover from the stresses of daily life. Obesity, diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, and a weakened immune system have all been linked to a lack of sleep, according to research. To truly benefit from sleep, try going to bed and waking up at consistent times, and avoid caffeine in the afternoon. Also, use your bed primarily for sleeping rather than watching TV, making phone calls, or working. You have a large number of friends. Sharing life with others is one of its many pleasures. Although some people prefer social interaction over others, studies show that social butterflies live longer lives. And not just Facebook friends. A review of 70 studies with over 3.4 million participants found that people who were socially isolated were 29% more likely to die young. Those who felt lonely despite having friends were 26% more likely to die. Stop thinking that spending time with your friends is a debate. Brunch with your pals and road trips with your besties is exactly what the doctor ordered. 9. You're a lady. Although exercise, healthy eating, and a positive attitude toward life are all important factors in living a long life, it's no secret that women live longer lives than men almost everywhere on the planet. These statistics are primarily the fault of men. They smoke, drink a lot, don't eat enough vegetables, take more risks, and don't go to the doctor as often. Furthermore, men do not take as much care of others as women do and have a difficult time maintaining social contact. Women thus demonstrate that lifestyle has a significant influence on age. 10. You had children later in life. People no longer have children in their early 20s. Nowadays, science says it's perfectly fine to prioritize your career for some time. Many 100-year-old women have a history of having children after the age of 35. A recent study also found that women who had children after the age of 40 without using fertility treatments quadrupled their chances of living to 100. Becoming a mother later in life does not promote longevity, says Dr. Pearls. Rather, it's an indication that a woman's reproductive system, like the rest of her body, is aging slowly. 11. Your grandparents live to be quite old. If your grandparents lived well into their golden years, you have a good chance of living a long time as well. According to a study published in the journal Science, healthy aging is linked to two factors: environment and genetics. The original study included 1,055 centenarians and 1,267 controls, and it was discovered that they could predict a long life with an accuracy of nearly 60 to 85%. Genetic markers and variants influence longevity regardless of environmental factors. The study does not specifically state whether these genes can be passed down, but it does imply that if your grandparents lived a long time, you may as well. You are spiritual. Measuring the power of prayer has long been a source of contention among scientists. However, in a 2011 study published in the Journal of Religion and Health, researchers examined over 92,000 women, including smokers, drinkers, and women who exercised or did not exercise. Regardless of whether people had unhealthy or healthy habits, the study discovered that those who attended one religious service per week were less likely to be depressed than those who did not. Because depression can have an impact on longevity, such attendance may be beneficial. According to a 1998 study published in the American Journal of Public Health, elderly community residents who regularly attended church services lived longer than those who did not. One is a smoker and lives forever, while the other lives the healthiest of lifestyles and dies at a young age. So, how should this be explained? Scientists' research and studies, however, do not guarantee that you will live a long life. Other important factors are at work, such as genetics and other influences. However, the statistics show that if you want to live a long and happy life, you must have a positive attitude toward yourself and the rest of the world. That's all for today's video. I hope you learned something and enjoyed it. If you liked what you saw, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more great content. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video or think it would benefit a friend or someone else, please share it. Also guys, please do me a favor and click on the bell icon and enable notifications if you're a subscriber. If you're not, well, welcome to the channel and I hope you do subscribe and enable notifications. With that said, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.